Happy holidays, season's greetings, and what's up everyone? Welcome back to our annual routine of just talking about this year for the channel, both YouTube and Twitch, and just talking about gaming in general. First off though, we hope you guys have had a good year involving gaming and personal life as well. And I hope you guys are having a good time no matter what you celebrate. So, let's get into the channel and what we've been up to this year. So, already, this channel has been in kind of a flux this year, we can't lie.
Yeah.
We've been active, we've been on a hiatus, we've taken brief breaks, and then long absences again. So, before we get into all that, we do acknowledge this channel has not been that on the ball this year, but there have been reasons for that, and we will discuss that at some point. But for now, let's talk about the things in which we have done. And boy, every single one of these we have thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah.
So to start off, we are going to be talking about our Twitch channel. So back in 2023, we went through the first Xenosaga and Xenosaga 2 and what a ride that was. But we finished this year off, or started this year by finishing Xenosaga 3. And for me, it was very bittersweet for a myriad of reasons. Because I got to actually play the game, and I honestly agree with the fan consensus. It is the best Xenosaga game out there. I love the gameplay. I love the story for what it's worth. The cutscenes were immaculate.
Yeah.
However, though, it was bittersweet because, one, it was the last Xenosaga game, and we all know how much the fans want a remake, a remaster, or whatever. But hopefully, maybe, good things might be on the horizon with how Xenoblade has been going, and my god, that's been on fire recently.
Yeah.
And also, it was the last Xeno game in which we had yet to play. We did Gears, as I mentioned before, Saga 1 and 2, and that's it. That was the last bit of Monolith goodness regarding the Xeno lore. Now, does that mean that we are done with Monolith Soft in general? Hell no. They've got way more games which they've either developed themselves or had a hand in making. So yeah, our Monolith love, it's nowhere near done. We got plenty of games to play, and hopefully next year we will get around to finishing at least some of them.
Yeah.
But anyway though, past that, we went to another classic RPG series, and that was mother-loving Earthbound.
Yeah.
I get the hype. I get the reason why it's such a lauded franchise, and I get why there's such a fan base around it.
It was my personal game of the year.
For me, it had some of the funniest flavor text I've ever seen in a game. Its combat system? Yeah, simplistic, but the mechanics it has, I wish more games were like that.
Yeah.
Simplistic, wacky, and just, I don't know, man, I'm with the fan base now. I want more Earthbound.
Yep.
But of course, we all know how that works out. But still though, Earthbound, a highlight of gaming in general for us. And I'm now with the fan base of localized Mother 3, damn it. You've got no choice but to now. But with Earthbound done, we went to another classic JRPG series. The original Persona. And when I say original Persona, I mean both. A little bit of a backstory here. We decided, hey, let's play the original Persona. It's alright, it's on the PlayStation, let's do it. Little did I know that there was a PSP remake and it had significant changes like CG cutscenes, voice acting, as well as better music.
Yeah.
Long story short, I was mid-playing the PlayStation version until we realized something was wrong. Then we had to play the PSP remake all over again.
Yeah, because I was getting weirded out by the fact that there weren't any of the vocal songs in the original version. Like, why isn't the vocal songs in here? And then I looked it up, like, oh, they're in the PSP version.
Yep, so 20 hours of the original Persona wasted.
Yeah.
But still though, I can now thoroughly say I completely get why they're working backwards in terms of remaking the previous Persona games.
Yeah.
Because, man, if you thought 3 had a lot of quality control and a lot of quality of life changes that need doing, Persona 1's got a lot of it. Because, good lord.
It's fun banging into a wall over and over and over again, though.
In school and in everywhere else. She loved watching me suffer, folks. Oh, good lord. But yep, I would love to play more Persona games, and hopefully Persona 2 gets more of the limelight, because that is the game I'd love to play next.
It doesn't have a really good dub, though, does it?
Nope, and the fan remake is not easily accessible. So, hey-ho, but we will try. We will try. Another thing in which we tried again was we went back to charity streaming. We went and did our traditional cat randomizer stream all over again, and honestly, again, it was a really fun time.
And it was for cats.
Yes. Speaking of which, we have one now. Look at her. Look at her little face. Her name's Mio. In this channel, you should probably know why. But yeah, that's one of these significant changes in our lives, and honestly, it was just really nice to do a charity stream regarding her.
It was really successful, too.
Yeah. Also, speaking of Twitch, we now have Cat Cam. So if you guys would want to see such videos of cats being cats, tune into our stream from time to time. She may appear on camera. And from that, we went from something classic to something classic and new. For me, this was something I've wanted to do for such a long time. In 2 ways. We delved into crowd control. And with one of my favorite games of all time, Banjo-Kazooie. It was a hellish time, but I loved every second of it.
Yeah.
Because you guys would not let me beat the final boss. Not without a fight.
No.
And spoiler alert, people, I really got to know Clanker a hell of a lot.
Yeah, people kept warping you back to him.
And honestly, I loved it because we kept it cheap and we kept it fun. For me, crowd control is not something that I'm going to dip into the well too often, too many times. Because I should probably double back and explain to people what crowd control is. Crowd control is when you guys can donate for incentives for the game. So, you want me to die, take damage, slow down, lose my abilities? You guys can do that. But yeah, considering how crowd control works, I don't want to abuse it because I just want people to have fun. And I like playing my favorite games whilst I do it.
There's a good selection of games available with crowd control as well.
And it's something that I would want to try again. What game though? We don't know yet. But we hope you guys tune in, make me suffer, and have fun while doing it. So that is all well and good. And again, it was very nice for me to finally show you Banjo-Kazooie for how much I've gone on about it.
It definitely looked like a rather charming game, but it being a difficult platformer, really not my cup of tea.
It is the final boss.
Yeah.
That is all I can say of the final boss. But it was fun though, thanks to you guys. And then we get onto the last bit of the year. It was all Sonic based. But let's start off with the big one. Sonic X Shadow Generations, I cannot say good enough things about. Sonic has been on a tear this year in every way, shape or form, whether it's fan interactions online, the games, the films. Honestly, it has been on a tear, and Sonic X Shadow Generations is one of the pinnacles of this year. It's a remake of Generations, which already is one of the best games in Sonic. Fight me. And it adds more length to it and more context and just presents more fan love. And with one of my favorite characters in Shadow.
It's just a crying shame that it's so short because we beat it in 7 hours.
I agree with what people are saying. I want there to be another edition on Sonic and Shadow or Sonic Generations, in which the original release was Sonic's side. This year we got to see Shadows. I want there sometime in the future to be another version of Generations, and it's the true story, in which Sonic and Shadow team up and do things. I'd love that. But hey, what can I say? The only thing I can say against it is that, yeah, too short.
Yeah.
I want more love. At least it dropped Green Hill Zone.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for that.
It definitely put me in a Shadow mood.
Also, by the way, if you guys haven't yet, go and see Sonic the Hedgehog 3 in theaters. It is such a good film.
Yeah, it is.
And spoiler alert, a song plays in that film. And if you know what song I am referring to, then I think Johnny might have to sue for copyrights.
Oh my god. The Knuckles show could have been better, though.
You know what would have been better? If the Knuckles show just didn't exist.
Yeah, because it was literally only like a 1-minute cameo in the movie, so it was pointless.
But there was bowling, and the guy with daddy issues. And, oh, the villain stayed at the Ice Cap Hotel. Get it? Please do. But yeah, to finish off streaming, we have just been on a tear in playing old Sonic games, whether it be Shadow the Hedgehog, the Sonic Heroes, or a myriad of others. It's been a blast from the past and just amazing to see the history that Sonic has been through.
Yeah.
Whereas one game like that in the 90s for another platforming franchise, it would have killed off the entire thing. But no, Sonic, it's amazing how it stands the test of time and just continues to live, even through its Deldrum years.
Yeah, let's just hope it keeps this momentum that it's on right now.
Yes. Make good games, make good other media endeavors, and I think Sonic will be back to, not back to its limelight, which it was back in the early 90s, but I'd say the hype around the early 2000s. Definitely.
One more thing I would want to mention is we also did the Sonic Frontiers DLC on stream.
Oh yeah, that. That was fun. That was fun. Boss fights sucked arse though.
Screw the Wyvern. At least it brought out decent catchy music.
I suppose so. The copyright eat our YouTube. But still though, yeah, the Frontiers DLC is a fun time as long as you aren't completionist like I am.
The Amy wheel was funny.
It was. But sometimes though, you get heated. You need to let the blood flow. And other Sonic music jokes that I'm not smart enough to get through. So that was the streaming. Could we have done a bit more? Yes, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Now let's talk about the main YouTube channel. The reason why you guys are here right now, because this is going up on YouTube. Unless YouTube crashes in the next 5 days. Whoops. So we started off with a game in which we have been wanting to play for such a long time. A game of the year, It Takes Two. For me, you can definitely tell it wasn't like a AAA game because of its length and ideas. But for me, it was charming, it resonated, and honestly makes me excited for what Haze Light does next. And honestly, I would not mind playing more of their games because they are co-op they are co-op based.
Yeah, they dropped something in the Game Awards. It was like
Split fiction.
Yeah.
Would it work? I don't know. We'll have to see when it comes out.
And plus, It Takes Two also dropped Relationship.
Is that going to be a catchphrase in our channel from now on?
No, because we don't have a relationship.
Not that you know of. I joke. I love you. I love you. Anyway, from that, we went on to Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, a game which we played briefly on stream, but stuck around with us for a long time. We decided, screw it, let's LP it.
Yeah.
And you know what? It was a fun time. Just like all DK games are now, does it have the teeth that the original Country games had, as in like the difficulty spikes? No, but it was a charming, fun time, and I loved listening to David Wise on the soundtrack again.
Yeah.
And it does play into one of our plans next year. I'm pretty sure you guys can already guess what that is, but short, simple to the point, and a fun co-op game.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is a demon that just cannot and probably will not go away in any way, shape, or form. We got round to finishing off not one, but 2 more routes in Fire Emblem Three Houses after such a long time away.
We finished 2 routes? I thought we just finished Crimson Flower this year.
Honey, I've lost track, and nor do I care. If you guys want to know why I have such vitriol, well, let me put it to you like this. In each route in which we've done in Three Houses, the Blue Lions, to a small extent, to the goddamn Crimson Flower and Silver Snow, there have been production issues that just will not start off.
Yeah.
Footage crashing, footage being corrupted, audio missing, having to redo complete chapters over and over and over again. God, you name it, it has happened.
In every route.
Yep. Except this time around, we played the Crimson Flower route. If you want to know why my reactions are so, please watch the penultimate and last episode of that route. You'll understand why. But yes, it will continue. The adventure will carry on. Speaking of something that just wouldn't end, the next one is Tears of the Kingdom, Legend of Zelda. Need I say more? When did we start the LP? When the game came out?
Yeah, that was last May?
Yes.
Last March? Something like that?
I think it was May 2023. This LP went on for 1 year and 6 months.
A year and a half.
Yes. Through some faults of our own, some not. But my god, there's such a lot of stuff in that game, and spoiler alert, don't complete this game. Don't even go for like 75% of the game. There is a lot of fluff in that game. Not a lot of it needed.
Yeah, not a lot of it very rewarding. Like you get a paraglider fabric or Korok shite.
I think for me, if they just halved the caves in the game, it would have been met with less vitriol in my mind. But still though, it was a lovely game from start to finish if you cut out all of the chaff. But yeah, it's something that I hope that they continue in terms of the foundation. And I'd love to see what Zelda does next. Will they continue with this open world aspect? Will they go back to a traditional Zelda game a la Twilight Princess or Ocarina of Time? Only time will tell, but I hope to see more Zelda in a nutshell, and it's Nintendo. I think it's guaranteed that we are going to get more Zelda. Speaking of more Zelda, this is our current LP, and one that, quite frankly, I'm having a soft spot for already.
Yeah.
The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. I think you guys have played this. You guys have your thoughts. We haven't finished it, but for me, it's a special game because this game was gifted to us by one of our good friends, and you know what? Screw it. Nexus, thank you. We wouldn't have done this LP without you, and honestly, your generosity knows no bounds.
Yep.
So thank you very much, good sir. And you know what? Whilst we're doing this, let's honestly give another shout out to the people who've just been really awesome. The people in chat on our Twitch streams.
Yeah.
So, Crushnick, Ass on Fire.
Nicolas Cage is a robot.
And just so many others. Thank you so much for your follows, your time in chat, and just you guys watching, whether it's on YouTube or Twitch.
Yeah.
Your time is always appreciated. But anyway, what is of the future of this channel? We're continuing, obviously. What, do you think this be a morbid stream which we say, no, we are retiring from YouTube? But no, We have more games we want to play and more games which we want to experience. So, let's start off. A tie-over from last year is Persona 3 Reload.
Yeah.
Now, your thoughts on Reload, because it's been over a year since we've talked about it, and since then the game has come out.
Well, I definitely still want to play it, especially since there's new music in it that we have yet to listen to.
Yep.
That's one of the biggest reasons why I want to go back to it and hopefully see what the QOL updates are in there.
The quality of life ones.
Yeah.
I think Persona 3 definitely needed them, and hopefully the game is good and we'll be able to experience it and have a fun time doing so. Going back to the previous thing we've done is Mother 3. We played Earthbound. We have the English patch ready to go. After we finished Earthbound, we were going to play it next. But things happened. Something close to home. Something that Mother 3 is well known for. But anyway, next one is the big un. The big un in my eyes.
Yep.
After so many years of us talking about it, discussing will it, won't it, could it, Monolith have done it. Monolith have released Xenoblade Chronicles X from its Wii U prison.
Randomly on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday, innit, man? What the hell was that about? But no, they've got a definitive edition coming out with content that has not been seen before. For me, I'm looking forward to seeing it, playing it, and hoping and crossing every little bit in my body that they've improved the quality of life and made it so the game doesn't hate you straight out of the gate.
Yeah, but we'll have to stream that, unfortunately, so don't go looking out for an LP on this channel.
No, God. If you thought Tears of the Kingdom went on, X will probably go on a little bit longer.
300 episodes at least.
And that's if they all come out seamless.
Yeah.
Next one, here's another big one. A game from a series which we have loved when it first came out. Pokemon Arceus ZA. We love the original Arceus. This is probably one of the longest periods of streaming games which we did. As in, like, this is the game which we just sat down for hours on end and thought, we need to keep playing this. We need to keep streaming this. So for me, I love the open-ended Pokemon games. They're so good. They're so fun. And I want to see more.
I'm definitely excited for it as well.
Yeah, so let's hope there's more to enjoy and more to play.
Yep.
Now, we speak about YouTube. Donkey Kong Country Returns Remaster. Like Tropical Freeze, it's going to be a fun time co-op wise. It's going to be a little bit different compared to Tropical Freeze, so I hope you are prepared for that one. Because it's just Donkey and Diddy. No Dixie, no Cranky, no nothing.
Oh, that's going to be interesting.
Oh, trust me, it is a blast, but it has a little bit more teeth than Tropical Freeze, so it will be fun, I assure you. And of course, with, as we talked about before, Fire Emblem Three Houses is going to get its last baseline story done. The Golden Deer. Again, not going to give spoilers, but it's going to be a breath of fresh air after the other routes. What's Claude's deal? I want to know, because he's an enigma, and I want to find out more.
And let's knock on wood that there are no issues this time around.
Honey, we have done this 3 times already. How many times has it been now? There's going to be an issue. So I'm just mentally prepared myself. But anyway, it's going to be a long shot, but we're going to do the last bog standard story. We know there is DLC, so who knows? If all things go well, we might give that bit a try too. And, oh yeah, I absolutely forgot. This was announced pretty recently at the Game Awards. For me, this is a special one. An Okami sequel.
Is that coming out next year?
No, but it is in the pipeline to come out at some point, and it is the future.
Yeah.
So who knows? Okami's a special one to me. Because I'm not going to go into details, but there are just some points in life in which you go through and something pops up in it. You can just tell you've made a turn in your life. Okami is one of those games for me. Again, I'm not going to go into specifics, but I think it makes a nice transition into the last little bits we want to talk about here.
Mm-hmm.
The big reason to why we have not been as active in terms of YouTube, Twitch, or even online in general regarding Twitter and whatnot. And for anyone who talks to us online, I apologize for that. But 2024 sucked.
Yeah.
Like, not joking, not trying to be exaggerating or hamming it up for YouTube or whatnot, but I consider 2024 to be the worst year in my life.
Mm-hmm.
We've had losses in our family. Happens one time? Oh yeah, it happens. It sucks, but you know, one time, it's rough, but you move through it. Then it happens again, like what, a couple of months after?
Yep.
Okay. Life's like that sometimes. You get hit a few times, but you keep going, you know? And then you lose someone else, someone who you've known for a long time. And it doesn't just affect you, it affects everyone else around you.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a while, it just gets to you. And again, I apologize that this is suddenly taking a turn. But yeah, without going into details, that's why we've been so inactive and off and on so many times this year.
Yeah, I think March is really the only month that didn't give us hell.
Yeah.
Every month's just been one after the other, whether it's losses or finances or just, ugh.
The world sucks right now, and we had rough times within that suckish year. But for me, and this might seem a bit like, you know, highbrow or obnoxious or however you want to take it. But if someone who's listening to this video is going through something similar or even like one rough time, no matter how big, no matter how small, one of the reasons why Okami means a great deal to me is that Okami taught me a lot of things. Different cultures, a different language, and the amount of doors that can open for you. But it also taught me that life has seasons. Life has summer, which things are great and things are picking up speed and they've got hot momentum. Autumn is when you have your resting periods, which you can just stop and just take it easy and just admire the things around you. It also has winters, where you have losses, things look depressing, and it just feels cold. In more ways than one. Where life goes away for a bit. But life also has its springs as well. Where things can start again. Where no matter how bad a winter was, a spring can change that around. And hopefully, next year, we'll see our spring.
Hopefully.
And I hope that if you are watching this video and you're going through your winter time, I wish you nothing but the best.
I wish you nothing but warmth.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't mean to end this on a negative view, but yeah.
It's hard not to with how the year's been, but hopefully when this video comes out, it'll all start to turn around, hopefully.
Yeah. Good times will come. We all have our good days. We all have our bad days. But the important thing is to just keep having days. Good or bad. Just keep having days.
Sometimes it's raining. Sometimes it's jet blue skies.
Thanks, Lotus Juice. But yeah, so with that said, this year has definitely made us appreciate the things we have. The people we have. In real life. And you guys right now. Whether you're watching now, or just watch us for 5 minutes on Twitch. Or watch us on YouTube for however long. A minute, an hour. Honestly, we thank you.
Yeah, because our audience definitely helped us carry through whenever we did stream.
So yeah, there might be some people I forgot to mention, but honestly, to everyone watching this video and to anyone who tunes in to our Twitch, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are awesome. And hopefully 2024 will be...
2025.
Yeah, 2025 will be a better year. And hopefully, you guys will be there with us. And hopefully, and my beautiful wife will be there with me.
I'll always be there with you.
I appreciate that. Well guys, on that note, we are going to end this video here. So thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have had a good year yourselves. And I hope next year is even better for you. Until then, I've been Lightning.
I'm Alice.
And we'll see you guys in 2025.